Hello and welcome to the PyeongChang Olympic Plaza on day 5 of the Paralympic Winter Games here in the Republic of Korea. And we are in the heart of the Paralympic Village, right next to the Olympic Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen,
which soon
the
will
victory
be lit up
ceremony
as
for
the
the
sun
Alpine
sets
Skiing
on another
Women's
day of
Super
action here.
Combined, visually
27 medals in total to be given out, 18 from today's action in the cross-country skiing, and also 9 from days 4 the Alpine skiing slopes. And that is where we will soon start as well. It's the women's super combined events, the visually impaired, the standing and the sitting as well. The men's medals for those events will be arriving on day 6, as the schedules have had to be jigged around a wee bit due to the forecasts coming up in the next few days. Some very warm temperatures today on day 5 as well, with temperatures hitting around the 15-degree mark, which is tropical when you compare it to the last week or so here in PyeongChang. So our first set of medalists will soon be making their way onto the podium for the visually impaired category. And some familiar faces here, with Australia getting their second medal of these games. But it's yet another gold for Henrieta, FARKASOVA and Natalia ROTHFUSS, who are in the centre of the podium, just as they have been all week long. And once again soaking up the applause from the crowd. Great Britain also on the podium in silver position. And we'll touch on the success of Menna FITZPATRICK in a few moments' time. First medal presentation, should I say, of the evening.
The medals will be presented by
메달 상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. Tim Radish, Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee.
팀 레디쉬, 국제 패럴림픽위원회 집행위원입니다.
Accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Ms. Silvana Mestre, Member of the Paralympic Order.
실바나 메스트레, 패럴림픽 훈장 수상자입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Australia and her guide.
동메달.
So
호주,
Melissa PERRINE
멜리사
on the right with
페린,
guide Christian
guide,
Geiger as
Christian
well.
Geiger.
It's her third Paralympic Games, but her first ever medal after some frustrating incidents she had with her visor in Sochi 2014, which led to a few disqualifications. But on this occasion, she has managed to medal in the women's super combined visually impaired. Largely removing the caps there as well. Sure that the wearing of the medal is not too difficult. Earlier on in the week she finished 5th in the downhill and the Super G events as well. So it was a turnout for her on day 4 to get into the top 3. A bit of a wait for her to finally get her hands on a medal. But now she's done it. PERRINE, Christian Geiger, her guide.
Silver medalist representing Great Britain and her guide.
은메달, 영국, 메나 피츠패트릭, 가이드, 제니퍼 케이호.
Menna FITZPATRICK and Jennifer Keogh just itching to make their way forward onto the podium there as well. It was bronze for her in the Super G earlier on in the week. She's upgraded that to colour better with the silver now. The 19-year-old in her first Paralympic Games, with a big improvement on her 5th place finish in this event at the World Championships in Italy last year. of 2:39 on the dot. It was pretty close between all of the top three. She was only just over a second off of the leader. And the same sort of separation as well ahead of bronze. And after what will feel like quite a long wait for her to get that medal around her neck, she can smile and celebrate now.
And Paralympic champion, representing Slovakia and her guide.
금메달 패럴림픽 챔피언 슬로바키아 헨리에타 파르카소바 guide Natalia Surutova.
Well, the seemingly invincible Henrieta FARKASOVA is maintaining the clean sweep so far. She's out for more, and she keeps on getting it as well. It's a hat-trick of golds for her in these games after winning the Super G and the downhill events. Natalia Surutova, her guide, has been with her every inch of the way. She was disqualified in this event in Sochi 2014 after winning gold in 2010. But she's back onto that mantle once more and gains her 8th Paralympic gold medal. It's just impossible to get bored of winning. No one knows that more than Henrieta FARKASOVA. She's the champion of the Women's Super Combined, visually impaired.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Slovakia.
여러분, 슬로바키아의 국가 연주가
Got familiar
있겠습니다.
with this process now, as we have the national anthem of Slovakia.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Flags
the
of
Paralympic
red, white and blue
medalists.
in
여러분,
abundance there
패럴림픽
with
메달리스트들입니다.
Australia's Alyssa PERRINE and Christian Gaja in for the bronze. On the left of your screen, Menna FITZPATRICK and Jennifer Kehoe silver. But once again, the supreme duo, Henrieta FARKASOVA and Natalia Surutova, the Paralympic champions. Yep, they know the drill. 2 stages left. As they still have the opportunity with that rescheduled Alpine Skiing lineup to be back on the podium once again this week. And you've won 3 out of 3. You might as well go out the way and win the whole lot in front of you at these games. That'll be the next target for the Slovakians. As we now focus our
Ladies
attention
and gentlemen, the victory
to the
ceremony for the
standing
Alpine
part
Skiing Women's
of the
Super
Women's Super
Combined.
Combined
Standing.
events.
이어서 알파인 스키 여자 슈퍼 복합 입식 부문의 시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
With a teenager making the podium on this occasion, but this time coming out overall winner, JEPSEN of Canada. Canada won 3 as well, with Alana RAMSAY picking up the bronze and beating the sandwich, being Germany's Andrea ROTHFUSS, as here at the PyeongChang Olympic Plaza. Before each of the medal presentations, some of the highlights of each of the medalists are broadcast on the big screens either side of the stage, just so that the crowd can have a bit of a moment to appreciate and also understand what happened in this instance on day 4.
Welcome the medalists.
여러분, 메달리스트를 환영해 주십시오.
To get onto the podium. There is the youngster, Mollie JEPSEN, in the centre with her second medal of the week. First gold one, however. She's moments away from being formally crowned the champion.
Presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. Tae-cheol Shim, Vice Speaker of the National Assembly.
심재철 국회 부의장입니다.
Accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Mr. Hyun-Chang Park, Chair of the Special Committee of Gangwon Provincial Council for PyeongChang 2018.
박현창 강원도의회 평창 동계 패럴림픽 지원 특별위원회 위원장입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Canada.
동메달 캐나다 Alana RAMSAY.
Alana RAMSAY, the 23-year-old, time of 2:36.08 on day 4 in the women's super combined standing event. The second bronze after the week, after the Super G. 0.01 seconds off the pace for silver in what was a hotly contested field. And super delighted that she has bagged a brace of bronzes here.
Silver medalist representing Germany.
은메달 독일 Andrea ROTHFUSS.
Well, a 9th Paralympic medal for Andrea ROTHFUSS, and each feeling as special as the last. The 28-year-old also won silver in this event in Sochi 2014. She will gladly accept that gong. Close between the front two. Andrea ROTHFUSS was 0.37 seconds behind that of Mollie JEPSEN.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing
completing
Canada.
The Canadian 1-3, that is indeed Mollie JEPSEN.
Paralympic champion Canada, Mollie JEPSEN.
18 years of age. A bronze in the downhill, now a gold in the super combined. And credit to Mollie JEPSEN, who just over a year ago broke her ankle. And that certainly not ideal preparation 12 months ahead of a Paralympic Games. But the recovery was good. She had a good medical team around her. She was back to firing all cylinders in this super combined event for her first Paralympic gold medal. And you just sense with this woman that there is more to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Canada.
여러분, 캐나다의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
여러분, 패럴림픽 메달리스트입니다.
6 of yesterday's 9 medals then given out, and the latest Paralympic champion, the Mollie JEPSEN of Canada. The Alpine Skiing, always a big busy schedule for Paralympians. Back to the slopes today as well. There is no rest for the wicked, and no rest in these medal presentations either, as we swiftly move on now.
Ladies
to
and gentlemen, the
the
victory
sitting
ceremony
part
for the
of the
Alpine
women's
Skiing Women's
super
Super
combined.
Combined sitting.
이어서 알파인
This
스키
one
여자 슈퍼 복합
about the
좌식
German
부분의
pair
시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
of Anna-Lena FORSTER and Anna SCHAFFELHUBER, the latter, who is a 7-time gold medalist. She had to settle for her first ever silver medal at the Paralympic Games, beaten by her fellow German Anna-Lena FORSTER, who in turn got her first ever Paralympic gold medal. Also putting them on the podium for her third medal of the Games with MURAOKA of Japan. And they now are to be introduced to the crowd. And that
Please
double dose
welcome
of
the
medals for
medalists.
Germany,
여러분,
this
메달리스트를 환영해 주십시오.
as for now at this point on day 5, we've got Germany 6th spot in the medal table. SCHAFFELHUBER winning 2 of Germany's 4 gold medals so far. Anna-Lena FORSTER though with the smiles this time around. She improves on the silver she got in this event in Sochi 2014.
The medals will be presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. PyeongChang, floor leader of Party for Democracy and Peace,
장병완 민주평화당 원내 대표입니다.
accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Dr. Gertrude Krumpholz, member of the Paralympic Order.
게르트루데 크럼폴츠 패럴림픽 훈장 수상자입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Japan,
동메달 일본 모모카 무라오카.
second bronze for MURAOKA of these games. She makes up half of Japan's medal count, which stands at 6 so far. They still await their first gold. Time for her of 2:32.5. And, well, that was just 14/10 of a second away from SCHAFFELHUBER. And floating around the German. Always going to be short of a spot on the podium. And of course, the official Paralympic mascot, Vanderbeek, also being awarded to each of the athletes as well.
Silver medalist representing Germany.
은메달 독일 안나 샤펠후버.
Well, you can't win them all. SCHAFFELHUBER will, I'm sure, agree with the sentiments, and if you are going to lose out on the gold medal, then make sure it is to a member of your own team. That's the case in the Women's Super Combined sitting event. Anna-Lena FORSTER, the eventual champion. But it is the third medal of these games for SCHAFFELHUBER, whose run of 7 straight Paralympic gold medals fails to make an 8.
Gold
Goodness
medalist
me,
and
what an
Paralympic
achievement.
champion
7 in a row is
representing
anyway.
Germany.
금메달 패럴림픽 챔피언 독일 안나-레나 포르슈텔.
Well, 3 years separate SCHAFFELHUBER and Anna-Lena FORSTER. You can see how much gratitude she takes from that. 2:27.59 was the winning time. Quite a bit ahead in the end of the rest of the field, and a well-deserved gold. Just as excited for her as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem
Emotional stuff for
of
Anna-Lena
Germany.
FORSTER.
여러분, 독일의 국가 연주가
As
있겠습니다.
the German national anthem will now ring around the plaza.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
여러분, 패럴림픽 메달리스트들입니다.
So a German 1-2 and a double dose of Anna's as well. Anna-Lena FORSTER on top of the tree with SCHAFFELHUBER with the silver. There is no one Japan are on the podium. And, the rest of the tracksuit tops. MURAOKA back on the podium for a third time of these PyeongChang 2018 Paralympic Winter Games. 21-year-old with a bronze medal for her nation. That is the medal presentations for the events on day 4. And Now we focus on the cross country and the events of day 5, and what a day it was at the Alpine
이어서 크로스컨트리 스키 남자 스프린트 40부문의 시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
Full of action, and it may have been the sprint events today, but it certainly was a bit of an arduous marathon as well for the athletes, having to go through the qualification stages, then the semi-finals, and then eventually making the final, where they still had to go out there and get the gold medals. And we'll start off with the 1.1 kilometre sitting events, and the men first of all, which was the first final of the day, and I don't think there was many better than it afterwards, because the top 4 was separated by 0.7 of a second, and the man unfortunate enough to miss out on the top 3 was Colin Cameron of Canada. But none of the top 4 really deserved to miss out on this opportunity now of collecting a medal. And the ones who did just enough, CNOSSEN of the United States of America at the front there, showing no disappointment despite the fact he was leading on the final straight, but it's a very long straight at the Alpine Biathlon Centre. And it gave the opportunity for Dzmitry LOBAN to get silver, but Andrew SOULE, who was right at the back with just around 30 seconds remaining of the race, came out of nowhere and beat Dzmitry LOBAN of Belarus on the photo finish. It was extraordinary stuff. And the 3 up there now, certainly deserving the warm applause they are getting now for their efforts.
The medals will be presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. Gene Sykes, President and CEO of Los Angeles 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games.
진 사이크스 2028 로스앤젤레스 하계 올림픽 대회와 하계 패럴림픽 대회 조직위원회 위원장입니다.
Accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Ms. Chun-nan Park, Vice Minister of Education.
박춘란 교육부 차관입니다.
Bronze medalist representing United States of America.
동메달 미국 다니엘 크노센.
Daniel CNOSSEN with his 4th medal of these games, his first bronze after picking up gold in the men's 7.5 kilometre biathlon. He got silver in the longer distance of 12.5 kilometre, and also in the long distance cross country as well. He was on the podium with a silver. But in that sprint earlier on, cross-country circuit, you really had to earn your spot on the podium. CNOSSEN did just that after finishing 6th in Sochi 2014 in the same event. Big improvement by him. Day 5 of the PyeongChang 2018 game. 37-year-old gets another medal for
Silver
himself and the United
medalist
States.
representing Belarus.
은메달 벨라루스 드미트리 로반.
Good day for Dzmitry LOBAN, who was not only concerned about his own racing today, but his wife was also on the course as well, Lydia Rafayeva, as he gets his 2nd silver of the week. Faring well in the biathlon event, 7.5 kilometre. '13th in Sochi in this event, and once again another big progression up towards the top, as LOBAN came on strong towards the end and forced the eventual Paralympic gold medalist into a photo finish, and Andrew SOULE,
금메달
one of the surprise packages of the day.
미국
Such a strong upper body.
SOULE.
The really is a fan's favourite with the Stars and Stripes, and he hasn't stopped smiling ever since the confirmation came through that he came out on top on the photo finish. It's the first time he's entered the sprint at a Paralympic Games and got a medal, and so to be on top at the end of it all must be a very sweet feeling indeed. It goes with the bronze medal he got in the men's 12.5k biathlon. SOULE, completing the American 1-3, is the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
men's
the anthem
cross-country
of
sprint.
United States of America.
여러분, 미국의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
여러분, 패럴림픽 메달리스트입니다.
Final photo opportunity for the three medalists then. Smiles all round. In what was a very good day at the Alpine Biathlon Centre for the Americans. 2 medals in the men's sitting events. It was a men's women's double as well as far as the goals are concerned for the United States of America. Very well done to the medalists for one of the races of the day, maybe one of the races of the whole week as well here in PyeongChang. It really was extremely entertaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the cross-country skiing women's sprint sitting.
이어서 크로스컨트리 스키 여자 스프린트
As
49분의
for the women's
시상식을
event,
시작하겠습니다.
well, there were eyes on only one person, Oksana Masters, coming into this one, the American, after this week getting a silver in the biathlon 6K and a bronze in the women's 12K. But finally, she claimed her golden moment in the women's sitting sprint. Also coming onto the podium will be Germany's Andrea, ESKAU, neutral Paralympic athlete Marta, ZAINULLINA. It wasn't as close a podium finish as what we had in the men's race, but he was still gripping all the way.
Please welcome the medalists.
여러분, 메달리스트를
Oksana
환영해
Masters
주십시오.
Has got a cracking smile wherever she finishes on the podium. Looks as if she's trying to reserve it right now, but I think as soon as she sees those familiar faces in the crowd, she won't be able to conceal it for much longer. And she had a cast on her right arm as well, which I'm not too sure what the injury was coming into this, but she dealt with it and she got on with it. Managed to battle through any pain barriers that must have been there, and got the gold medal.
represented by
메달 시상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Ms. Mariana Davis, Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee.
마리아나 데이비스, 국제 패럴림픽 위원회 집행위원입니다.
Accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Mr. Miguel Segura, Member of the Paralympic Order.
미구엘 사가라, 패럴림픽 훈장 수상자입니다.
Bronze medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete.
동메달, 패럴림픽 중립 선수 마르타 자이눌리나.
Marta, ZAINULLINA, who picked up bronze in this event in 2014 in Sochi and replicated that fate once again. She didn't take part in the 2017 World Championships, but certainly was far from rusty when competing today. She was very strong, 6 seconds in front of four. It was comfortably hers to be taken, that bronze medal, and duly earned as well by the 27-year-old.
Silver medalist, representing Germany.
은메달, 독일 안드레아 에스카우.
Well, it's the third medal of the week for Andrea ESKAU of Germany. And the 46-year-old and her gold in the women's 10k biathlon and the women's 12k cross country as well, where she got silver. Previous two goes at the sprint in Vancouver 2010 and Sochi 2014. She finished 6th in both. She was a world champion in 2015. Now a Paralympic
Gold
silver
medalist
medalist. And
and
you do have to
Paralympic
say
champion,
there isn't much more of
representing
a fitting winner
United States
than
of
Oksana
America.
Masters,
금메달,
who
패럴림픽
read the script
챔피언
today.
미국
Now she went out onto the course.
옥사나 마스터스.
And it was third time lucky, as the gold medal is hers. And I'll be surprised if she doesn't tear up in the next few moments, because this must be special for her right now. She missed out on a medal in Sochi 2014, finishing 4th. In Sochi, she also got a silver and a bronze, and it was appearing this week would be the same as well, but finally she's broken a duck. Got her first Paralympic gold medal. And 28-year-old who will have quite a few Paralympic games in it, you would feel, and only go from strength to strength now. The American just good at the cross country, rowing, road cycling, and biathlon as well.
여러분, 미국의
This is her
국가연수가
forte,
있겠습니다.
and she is the Paralympic champion.
Ladies
Tears
and
are there.
gentlemen, the
They're gonna
Paralympic
come.
medalist.
여러분, 패럴림픽 메달리스트들입니다.
Tremendous amount of relief for Oksana Masters. Andrea ESKAU. Congratulating the gold and bronze medalists as well, Marta, ZAINULLINA. Coming into this, that the watch compatriots Randall and Jessica Diggins at the Olympic Games just prior to the Paralympics here in PyeongChang. So she watches it every single night, and it gives it the sort of goosebumps that makes you want to go out there
ceremony for the cross-country skiing
achieve
men's
the
sprint
same sort of
standing.
historical moment.
이어서
And that certainly happened today.
남자 스프린트 입식 부문 시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
As we now go on to the men's standing sprint. And each one of the finals at the cross country today on day 5 have their own unique storyline with them. And one special one is our gold medalist here, the Kazakhstani Alexandr KOLYADIN. Getting Kazakhstan's first gold of the Games. And I'm sure they weren't expecting too many when they came to the Republic of Korea, and Alexandr KOLYADIN himself probably wasn't expecting to be the man to break that duck. He finished 18th in the 20K earlier on in the week.
Please welcome the medalists!
여러분,
He's sprung
메달리스트를
to the
환영해
top
주십시오.
now. You may be wondering, why are there 4 of them? Well, photo finish could not split. Marta and Ilka Chuamisto in 3rd position. And believe me, Alexandr KOLYADIN, the man in the middle there, is as cool out with the skis as he is stood on the podium there.
The medals will be presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. Neung-hoo Park, Minister of Health and Welfare,
박능후 보건복지부 장관입니다.
accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Mr. Young Jae-shin, member of the Special Committee of PyeongChang 2018 Gangwon Provincial Council.
신영재 강원도의회 평창 동계 패럴림픽 지원 특별위원회 위원입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Canada.
동메달 캐나다 마크 아렌스.
Mark Arendt's first to claim his bronze medal. Pair of them, Mark Arendt and Ilka Chuamisto, were only themselves 1.1 seconds off of the eventual gold medalist, KOLYADIN. But it's Arendt's second bronze of the Games. She's got a silver as well in the biathlon 7.5. But this is his first cross-country Paralympic medal. And it's come in his 3rd Games.
Bronze medalist representing Finland.
동메달 핀란드 일카 도미스토.
Well, bronze medalist in Vancouver 2010. Ilka Chuamisto is back 8 years later in PyeongChang to collect the same coloured medal. This time sharing it out with Marta. Probably admit himself, he's better at the long distances. He's got 3 World Championship medals at the 20k distance. He also got silver in Sochi as well in the long distance skiing events, but in the sprint today, it just clicked for him.
Silver medalist representing Japan.
은메달 일본 요시히로 니타.
Yoshihiro Nita, 37-year-old from Tokyo, will be taking back his first Paralympic medal. He made his debut for Japan in the 1997 World Championships in Nagano, which of course a year later hosted the Paralympic Winter Games.
And Paralympic champion representing Kazakhstan.
금메달 패럴림픽 챔피언 카자흐스탄 Alexandr KOLYADIN.
Man of the moment, Alexandr Kolyadin of Kazakhstan. 45 years of age. His first Paralympic medal. It's a gold one. Took up the sport. In 2013, internationally, he had been skiing since 1985 before that. It was a long time before he was noticed by the national selectors. His ambition was to get a medal here at the Paralympic Winter Games. And he has finally done it. It's never too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Kazakhstan.
여러분, 카자흐스탄의
Kolyadin
국가연주가
was the first
있겠습니다.
man or woman to hear the Kazakhstani national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
여러분, 패럴림픽 메달리스트입니다.
Well, no event is ever predictable, no matter how much you may try and study the stats going into it. Who would have called A, 4 men being on the podium in this event, and B, Alexandr Kolyadin to be the man spearheading it. Credit to him. I'm sure he'll be enjoying his night here in PyeongChang. Kazakhstan get their first gold medal for the PyeongChang 2018 Paralympic Winter Games. Don't they just love it? Almost as rapid as the sprint finals we had earlier on in the cross country. The sun has
Ladies
set
and
just like that.
the victory ceremony for the cross-country
wonderful
skiing
sight, doesn't
women's
it?
sprint.
Across the
standing.
heart
이어서 크로스컨트리 스키 여자 스프린트
village here,
입식 부문의
PyeongChang.
시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
You just see the speck of the Olympic flame as well, just left of centre. Some of the slopes away to the top right. The electricity bill of the Olympic Stadium, I think, taking priority tonight as the lights of that aren't on at the moment. As we now get ready to welcome the medalists for the women's sprint in the standing event. Once again, it was a case of experience telling, but it was a much more seasoned athlete, Anna-Lena, the neutral Paralympic athlete, 31 years of age, who got the bronze here, leading home the teenage pair of Vilde Nilsen of Norway, who got silver.
Please welcome the medalists.
여러분, 메달리스트를 환영해 주십시오.
Wasn't the easiest day for Anna-Lena. Of course, had to go the 2 rounds prior to the final of qualification, as all the athletes had to do. She was seemingly coming unstuck by some of the youngsters around her, proving to be a bit of a nuisance, but I'm sure she can look back now and say, you know what, these gold medals in future are going to go into some very talented hands. The likes of Vilde Nilsen, Natalie Wilkie, also fellow Canadians, Emma Young and Brittany Hudak, making the final of this event as well.
The medals will be presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. Jin-sung Lee, President of Constitutional Court.
이진성 헌법재판소장입니다.
Accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Mr. Han-jung Kim, Secretary General of the Constitutional Court.
김헌정 헌법재판소 사무처장입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Canada.
동메달 캐나다 나탈리 윌키.
Natalie Wilkie made her international debut for Canada only last year on the World Cup circuit in Canmore on home turf. One of the coaches, Robin McKeever, brother, of course, of the famous Brian McKeever. Robin McKeever himself, very successful Olympian and Paralympian. I'm sure he'll be smiling at this sight here as Natalie Wilkie gets her first Paralympic medal. And she has a long, long future ahead of her to get many more. As well.
Silver medalist representing Norway.
은메달 노르웨이 빌데 닐슨.
Vilde Nilsen, another of the new kids on the block from Tromsø in Norway. Also gets her first Paralympic medal. She finished 5th at the World Championships in 2017, which is not a bad way to arrive on the scene at all, and it certainly sent out some alarm bells to the other competitors here, as she really attacked the day and burst through qualification.
Gold medalist and
her place on the podium
Paralympic
as well.
champion, neutral Paralympic athlete.
금메달 패럴림픽 챔피언 패럴림픽 중립 선수 안나 밀레니나.
Well, if you huff and puff long enough, you will eventually blow the house down. And Anna-Lena has had to do that, not just today, but over the course of the week as well. 3 silver medals going into this, including the long distance event in the cross country on day 3. And now in the sprint, she can defend the Paralympic title. It wasn't easy, but she was tactful today, and she, particularly in the semi-final and the final, lurked around the back and allowed the youngsters in front of her to sort out what they were doing before she struck late. And got yet another Paralympic medal in the cross country, her 5th gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
여러분,
nice to see
패럴림픽
it seemed
메달리스트입니다.
Anna-Lena there getting to grips with some of the words in the Paralympic anthem in the year composed by PERRINE, the neutral Paralympic athlete. Another gold to her name, a well-crafted one today as well, with the raw talent either side of her not being allowed the main glory just yet. That'll come when Anna-Lena hangs up the poles. There's silver and bronze going to Vilda Nilsson and Natalie Wilkie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
with every ceremony we get plunged even deeper and darker into the night sky.
Visually impaired.
이어서 크로스컨트리
Last
스키
couple
남자
of
스프린트
presentations now.
시각장애부문의
The
시상식을
final men's one
시작하겠습니다.
of the day comes again in the sprint in the cross country. And this in the visually impaired, where only 4 athletes and their guides make the final of that. So it was agonising for the one that missed out. And, well, it was Brian McKeever. Who else would it be? Who stormed out on top. Looking as cool as ever out on the course. And whenever you look at his record, particularly in the cross country, all you'll see is the number 1.
여러분, 메달리스트를 환영해 주십시오.
This is 12th Paralympic gold medal. He is up there with the greatest ever. The crowd love him. And it's no surprise. He's guided with him Russell Kennedy. Sebastian Modin of Sweden, the 23-year-old, with Robin Reiterson getting silver, and bronze going to Eirik BYE and Arvid Nelson. Despite them having a very tricky final.
The medals will be presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mrs. Gudrun Dole-Tepper, member of the Paralympic Order.
구드룬 돌테퍼, 패럴림픽 훈장 수상자입니다.
accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Ms. Haeja Chan, Executive Board Member of PyeongChang Organizing Committee for the 2018 Olympic and Paralympic Games.
전혜자 2018 평창 동계올림픽 대회와 동계 패럴림픽 대회 조직위원회 집행위원입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Norway and his guide.
동메달 노르웨이 Eirik BYE 가이드 아르빗 넬슨.
Well, Eirik BYE wasn't the man earlier on who was impaired when it was the recognition ceremony, so something must have changed since, but he's certainly the man bagging the bronze now. As Norway get their third bronze of these games. Such a great track record, of course, in Nordic skiing. Wouldn't be Winter Games without them going a night on the medal podium.
Silver medalist representing Sweden and his guide.
은메달 스웨덴 세바스티안 모딘 가이드 로빈 브린테슨.
Well, Sebastian Modin putting a really good shift in today, and I don't think he could have given Ryan McKeever much more of a fight. Ultimately coming in just 2.5 seconds behind the great Canadian. And if rumours are to be true that Ryan McKeever may be calling it a day in the Paralympics after this, then Modin will certainly be a fitting replacement, particularly in the sprint, which he silver medalled in Sochi 2014. World champion in 2017. He's got all the right attributes to be getting the gold to match the front of his hat in the not too distant
medalist
future.
And Paralympic champion representing Canada and his guide.
금메달 패럴림픽 챔피언 캐나다 브라이언 맥키버 가이드 러셀 케네디.
Make way for Brian. There he is again. He's been winning gold since Salt Lake 2002. And in the sprint, this is his third gold medal in cross country after his successes in Vancouver 2010 and Sochi 2014 as well. Yet again, defended his crown. Crown that is too big for anyone else to bear. And Russell Kennedy, his guide, earns his gold as well. As it's all smiles for Canada.
The anthem of Canada.
As they get gold number 5 of these PyeongChang 2018 games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
여러분, 패럴림픽 메달리스트입니다.
Brian McKeever and Russell Kennedy in the centre then, beaming as they always are. Place in the centre spot, and that place with the #1 rank next to his name, always where he seems to be. Great Paralympians, great as PyeongChang2018, manages to spread some of his magic with the locals and those of the Canadian persuasion. We'll always be grateful for. Go the lights here in PyeongChang, but don't go just yet. We still have the final presentation of day 5. And sticking with the visually impaired sprint at the cross country, this, the women's results. And Eirik BYE getting bronze in the men's. Unfortunately, his partner, Anna-Lena, just couldn't quite get a medal in the women's, but after a couple of stumbles, she was ironically cheering as she got over the line. Behind the eventual medalist of Oksana from Ukraine with the bronze, Mykhalina Lysova of the neutral Paralympic athletes, and Svetlana Sakanenka of Belarus. She was the ultimate champion. By quite a distance as well.
Please welcome the medalists.
And
here they come now with their guides. Oksana Shishkova's being Vitaly Kazakov. There is the smile from Sakanenka, which has been sewn into the fabric of the PyeongChang2018 games, particularly in the cross country. He seems to be removable from that slot on the podium.
The medals will be presented by
메달 수상자를 소개하겠습니다.
Mr. Seungmin Yoo, Chairman of the Baron Future Party.
유승민, 바른미래당 대표입니다.
Accompanied by
다음은 시상품 시상자입니다.
Mr. Donghan Yoo, Executive Board Member of PyeongChang Organizing Committee for the 2018 Olympic and Paralympic Games.
육동한, 2018 평창 동계올림픽 대회와 동계 패럴림픽 대회 조직위원회 집행위원입니다.
Bronze medalist representing Ukraine and her guide.
동메달 우크라이나 옥사나 시스코바, guide Vitaly Kazakov.
Oksana Shishkova on the podium for a 4th time this week, 2nd time in the cross-country events after silver in the long distance 15K. So bronze medal in the sprint back in 2014 in Sochi. Six-year-old Kharkiv. 8th Paralympic medal across biathlon and cross country.
Silver medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete and her guide.
은메달 패럴림픽 중립 선수 미알리나 리소바, guide Alexei Ivanov.
Oksana is on the podium. Lena Lisova seems to be as well. Also getting her 4th medal of the Games. Her 2nd silver. She was the Paralympic champion of 2014. She's had to make way on this occasion. Never finished outside the medal positions in any of the events she's done at the Paralympic Games. Leads her at the handsome total of 16
medalist
Paralympic
and
medals.
Paralympic champion, representing Belarus and her guide.
금메달 패럴림픽 챔피언 벨라루스 스비아틀라나 사니엔카, guide 라만 아시첸카.
Same celebration that she replicated when she went over the finish line. That time she had a stick in her hand. Fortunately, she kept good grip of it as well. As she gets her 2nd gold of the Games. She can do it over the long distance, but she proved today on day 5 that over the sprint as well, she is more than capable and too good. 14 seconds ahead of Lisova. First Paralympic Games. And it's not gone too badly, has it? Bronze medalist in the World Championships of 2017, but she is on top
the anthem
of the world. She gets
여러분,
Paralympic
벨라루스의
gold
국가
for
연주가
Belarus.
있겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalist.
Final gold medalist
패럴림픽
of
메달리스트입니다.
day 5 is Svetlana Sakhanenka of Belarus. Nikolina Lisova with silver, and Oksana also back on the podium with the bronze. The tears slowly drip. The athletes led off by their guides, and credit to the guides as well, because this was the final race of day 5 at the Alpine Biathlon Centre. Conditions were getting quite bad out on the slopes due to the warm weather, where temperatures were reaching 15 degrees, so bad that training afterwards for some of the athletes for the future events to come in the next few days had to be cancelled. And those guides managed to negotiate their way around and help their partners in doing so, and consequently achieve the medals that they have done tonight. As that draws the curtain on day 5 here at the PyeongChang 2018 Paralympic Winter Games here at the PyeongChang Olympic Plaza. 27 medals, giving out 18 of them from the action on day 5. And what a glorious way to end things, a glorious sight as well here in the heart of PyeongChang. And we surpassed the halfway mark of the games. And still, so much more action, so many more medals left to be gained. Another eventful day here at PyeongChang 2018, the Paralympic Winter Games. Day 5 has come to a close, where some scripts were read and they were met. Some were just thrown in the bin, and others just replicated so many that we have had before. Brian McKeever once again proving his Paralympic dominance. He is the golden man of yet another Paralympic Games. Oksana Masters manages to finally get gold, and many surprises along the way as well, including, of course, the photo finishes that we've had over the day, seeing our first shared medal of the Games. Still many more medals left to be won and many more days of action left here at PyeongChang 2018. It's good night.
K-pop, Korean martial arts, taekwondo, and dance headliner show that will take your breath away are waiting for you right now. And then we have amazing multi-performance